Hello and welcome to a new mini-series on Mekanism. This is going to be a, well, as I said, a mini-series. Basically, it's going to be a tutorial, but instead of creating a flat world with lots of chests lined up that I find immensely boring, I'm going to create something that is a little, well, a few of the items from the Let's Play series in there. I'm basically going to play this as if I am actually playing it in a game. And getting to the actual items that I get to at a natural point. I'm not going to just create everything and then just expect you to just create everything immediately. So let's get on with it. Where do we start? Well, we start by getting out of this view and heading inside. You're probably going to need to, this is just a little base I created, you're going to need to get to a certain point before starting Mekanism. It's this usual point where you've created a hole in the side of a hill, you've got some vanilla stuff hanging around. You've been down mining and got some ores. Let's say about this much should be fine. And you'll now want to stop using these because, yeah, let's face it, the vanilla stuff is horrible. So we start with the usual part that we start with on Mekanism, which is tier 0, or in other words, replacing these. Just you won't get to audible, but you will actually get to just get rid of the vanilla stuff, which means stopping burning sticks to, in this case, create glass, but you get the idea. Where do we start with that? Well, we want to replace the furnace, so let's get started with that, which is the Energized Smelter. It contains some things we haven't seen before, basic control circuits we haven't seen, and steel casing too. So basic control circuits, let's start with the steel because that's easier. I think, well, hopefully it should be easier. We need some osmium, which is a new type of ore that you may not have seen before if you haven't played Mekanism, and steel. And steel, according to this, as long as the ore dictionary doesn't fail, is for coal and some iron. So let's just create some of that. Will you create? Yeah, it looks like you will. So let's just create all the steel up front, and we're going to need some of the osmium. Osmium, by the way, if you and was that the recipe? Yeah. Ah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, osmium, by the way, if you haven't seen it before, looks something like this. So it's kind of like your lead and silver, looks a little bit different, and you can mine it with a stone pickaxe, so don't worry about too much about it. Apart from steel casing, what was the other thing we needed? We need the control circuits, which we haven't seen before. This requires another machine called a Metallurgic Infuser. So let's see what we need to make that. There we go. And that, again, is stuff that we probably already have. So let's see what... have I got enough? Do I think? What else was in it? Redstone and a couple of furnaces. And a couple of redstone. Fine. There we go. So we've got all those machines. And... what's the smelter then? Energized. So it needs to create these in the infuser. But we need power. And we don't have any power yet. And we don't have any generator that just burns coal or sticks because we're trying to get rid of those. So what can we replace it with? Well, Mekanism also has Mekanism generators with it. So there's a series of, let's just take a look, Mekanism generators. There's a series of different generators, including solar, wind, bio and gas generators, and nuclear generators, solar, yeah. Except this is the one we want, the heat generator. It's the most basic type, and that's going to need stuff I don't have prepared. That's annoying. A couple of copper. And 2 more iron. And some sticks. Let's just shove these on while I explain. Copper, sticks. There we go. So yeah, the heat generator will work with any sources of heat, but we're not going to use something horrible like torches, it probably produce almost nothing, if anything. I might try it with torches. We use lava. So again, just like if you created a mine, you probably want to go down there and grab some lava. In this case I use the bucket, but you can use whatever you like. There we go, I've got some copper and some, yeah. There we go. What else do we need? Planks, another furnace, another osmium. Where's my furnace? Okay, let's just create another one. Probably have created tons of them. They're probably in here somewhere. No, never mind. Okay, so a couple of copper, osmium, some iron, and oh no, this is not a Tinker's construct, so they're all going to fly out. Yes. Would like, unfortunately for the point of Horizon's Daybreaker, if you haven't looked at it before, is that lots of mods that people haven't played before are featured, which means a lot of the ones that people have played aren't in there, like stuff you expect. Let's just, I don't think Tinker's is in here. Nope. No Tinker's construct. Right, so we need to, let's get rid of a few of these furnaces. So initially what I'm going to do is just create a space behind these. And we're going to put the heat generator back here. Now what the heat generator does is really uses any sort of heat near it. So we'll need one side of it to pull heat, to pull power out of initially, just directly. So if I just put this here, this flat side is where we're going to pull power out of. Any other side that you like with a heat source is going to generate power in this thing. As you can see right now, it doesn't have any power. Look inside. Nope, nothing. So we're going to need to create some power somehow. Do I have any normal stone in here? I don't have any cook stone. Fine. So what we're going to do is use lava. Let's just put you here and then back out and stop the lava from coming through. And we can knock this through now. And there's our heat generator. As you can see now, it is actually powering up. There we go on the right hand side. And you can see the tooltip at the top from Whaler. I think it's Whaler. That's powering up. So what do we do now? We put the next block down, the Metallurgic Infuser. Hopefully this is going to go the right way. Yes, it is. So there's a flat side of the Metallurgic Infuser as well, and it's facing the flat side of the other one. So this is also powering up. So we're going to need to create a couple of control circuits, and what were they? We needed a energized American spelling. Annoying, but yeah, I can cope. Some redstone with some osmium. So we have one osmium. I'm going to need two, so let me grab another one and a couple of redstone. Cook you up. You just put the redstone in like normal. It fills a tank on the left hand side, and this can actually contain other things. So you may want more than one Metallurgic Infuser in the future just to keep this out. And then once the osmium's cooked, which it has, put that in. It's going to make an annoying noise. You may want to turn that down in your own... can I turn it down here without much of an issue? Blocks, maybe. Yeah, it's not too bad. Even really close to it. That's okay. So this is going to actually make us our control circuits. As you can see, it is slow, and this is the start of the game. So don't worry about it. Mekanism uses a tiered system to... let's explain this a bit more properly. You get upgrades in the machines themselves in this side menu, which we haven't got to yet. Don't worry about those. But Mekanism expects you to build on top of each tier of machines. So this is tier 0. Instead of replacing the machines, you add another tier on top. So this tends to chain together into a long chain of machines, rather than something like Rotary Craft, which you just replace the machines, or Thermal Expansion. Those are the types of mods you tend to replace machines or just upgrade, and that's it. Mekanism has quite a huge process for creating ores, and it won't just double your ores, it will get you to, I think 5 times is the maximum. Rotary craft can get a bit more than that, but it's down to random chance. But mechanism 5 times would be amazing. So that means basically from every piece of ore that you get 5 ingots. But it's going to take us a while to get there. It's expected that that's part of expansion, and you play that through the game. Have you finished? Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm going to cut while it finishes those control circuits. And that's just about finished now, so let's just go and grab that. So let's get our recipe back up again. Oops. 2 control circuits, steel casing, a couple of glass, and redstone. I need the glass and the redstone. 1, 2, and there we go. There we go. And as you can see, I've put another heat generator down just so that it has a dedicated power source so that I'm not sharing it between these two. Don't worry, we'll come to sharing it in a little while. So let's put that there. As you can see, that too is powering up, and I should be able to use this to now burn stuff. So that's us on to replacing furnaces, and I think we can now get rid of this. There's going to be lava behind it. There we go. And I'm probably going to put another one in, another one of the furnaces in, because it is going to, as you can see on the tooltip, it's going to take a while to actually charge these things up. But that is replacing the vanilla stuff, so that's all one done. Could we leave it there? We could, but we've already got all the things we need to create the next step, which is... can I ever remember the name of the machine? Enrichment Chamber. There it is. Knew it was something like that. This is the thing that makes one ore into 2 dusts. As you can see, we already have everything we need to make this. We need some more steel, however, which needs some more iron. And we need 6 iron and 2 more osmium. So that's going to take the longest, so let's just get that cooking. Let's see how fast this actually does it. That's not too bad, but look at the way it's draining the power. Yeah, it's out of power. Yeah, Okay, so I didn't completely get rid of these, but I'm trying, nearly getting there. Let's get you out of the way. So yeah, once they're done, I will go ahead and make that machine and cut again. Alright, so it's finished. And I've put a 3rd heat gen in because these are slow. By the way, these machines are only slow because the heat gens don't produce much power. They're not slow by themselves. So we'll get onto that when we come onto upgrades. Heat gen, I already had the recipe for that. Energized. That's not the smelter, it's the infusion chamber. Infusion chamber? Is that what I said? Enrichment chamber. I get my words mixed up. So, yeah, same as normal. Steel casing, basic control circuits. Now we need iron and redstone around the outside. And there's our enrichment chamber, and the same thing applies. That's going to start powering up as well. So the enrichment chamber is the thing that turns 1 ore into 2 dusts, which is just what we want to get to ore doubling, which is what we're going to get to in this episode. We do probably want to think about those upgrades, and I will show you them anyway. The one you're going to want immediately is this one, the energy upgrade. Increases energy efficiency and capacity of machinery. The other one you can get is the speed upgrade, but that only really matters once you've got huge amounts of stuff to put through, or any intermediary point. So start with the energy upgrade. In order to make it, excuse me, in order to make it, you're going to need gold dust though. So do go and get some gold when you go mining. A couple of glass and enriched alloy. Enriched alloy is another Metallurgic Infuser machine recipe. It's redstone and iron this time. So, we can... do I have any spare iron? Probably don't. Yeah, so this machine is nearly full, and that's its actual speed when it actually has power. When it runs out, it's just going to pretty much stop. Not much I can do about it at this stage. Yeah, there's 1 iron, and if I get some redstone, I can put those in, and that will change again. This is dropping. The heat generators do have an internal buffer as well, so if you get to the top of here, it should still continue storing power. So you get a couple of those, and you're able to make an upgrade. I don't have quite enough power to make that just yet, so I don't need to bother. In fact, no, I will do. I'll show it to you. There it is, cut. And it's just finished, so let's get one of the upgrades done at least. This gold dust we're going to grab, and that was the cabling I was looking at. The upgrade is something like this, maybe? Yeah, energy upgrade. So just take those, go into the machine, go to the upgrade section, and you can right-click. So just like right-click them in, and you get energy, which is fine. As you can see, if I click on it on the right-hand side, I can have up to 8 of these in the machine, and currently it's 1.33 times the original set. So as you can see, it's no longer 8K, it's now 10,668, and that should be more efficient. It should use less of the energy to convert your ores into your dusts. I was looking at universal cabling, by the way, because we can improve this a little further than we already have. We can take our iron as normal and make a bit more steel, and we can a bit more steel, there we go, and we can make basic universal cable. This is the really terrible kind of cable, but at least to start with, it does mean that we should be able to, we've got enough cable, a cable out of each of the heat generators. I should be able to pull them into these machines, which is redundant at the moment, but then I should be able to connect them. So hopefully that should actually, this machine's full, this one's not full yet, but hopefully that should be faster than they are at the moment. So that's a good way to get us going, and probably a good breaking point for the end of the episode. Next episode, we're probably going to take this a little bit further. I may move on to tripling, may not. Instead, I may look at the actual power generation, because heat generation, yeah, is okay, but there are other methods too, and it's time we get onto them to stop this problem happening. We should also look at power storage, so that's making sure that once these machines filled up, we have a buffer available, and yeah, we'll see what else we get to in that episode. In the meantime, feel free to like, subscribe, and share with other people, as well as leave comments below if you have any questions. If you have difficulty with the mechanism and want to see them in upcoming episodes dealt with, then please do let me know. For now, thanks very much for watching.